Hello, my name is Alex. I'm a pharmacy intern here at Texas Tech. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Alright, if I could just verify your name and date of birth.
My name is Nisha and date of birth July 10, 1978.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a few minutes to go over your asthma medications and just go over some key points with them. Feel free to interrupt me at any time if you have any questions. So what do you know already about these medications?
Nothing.
Okay, so each medication has a specific purpose, and each one is very important in order to maintain your asthma condition. So first we've got the Ventolin HFA inhaler. It's also known as albuterol. It's got 90 micrograms per puff. And it's a short-acting inhaler. You'll only be using it whenever you need it for shortness of breath or wheezing, so only in the case of your emergency asthma symptoms. It works by dilating the airway. It relaxes the smooth muscle in your small airways and thus provides better airflow. So how you're going to use this inhaler, first you need to prime it, and to do that you want to point it towards the air and go ahead and press down on the canister about 2 to 4 times until you get a nice fine spray that appears. Then it's ready to be used. And you only need to do that the first time you use the inhaler, or if it's been a while since you've used the inhaler. And you'll also want to shake it up each time before you use it. So once you've shaken it up and once it's been primed and it's ready to use, you can go ahead and begin taking your dose. So to do that, first you're going to breathe out completely. Then you're going to go ahead and close your lips around the mouthpiece here. Make sure your tongue and your teeth don't get in the way of the mouthpiece. Then you're going to inhale, and as you inhale, you're going to be pressing down at the same time. So it needs to be coordinated. So as you're inhaling, be pressing down and receiving that dose. Then once you've finished, you'll go ahead and hold your breath for about 5 to 10 seconds. If you can't, just hold it as long as you can. Once you've done that, you've received one puff. That's considered one dose. This will be 2 puffs every 4 to 6 hours, and like I said, just whenever you need it for shortness of breath and wheezing. So the second puff, you'll wait 30 seconds, and then you'll repeat the process. Now here we have the Qvar inhaler. It's also known as beclomethasone. It's 40 micrograms, and this will be 1 puff twice a day. Now this you will be using every day, and it does take some time for it to work. You'll need to give it about 7 days for you to finally start seeing the results with it. It acts to reduce the inflammation in your airway, and like I said, that does take time. So you should start seeing some improvement in your asthma symptoms. You shouldn't be having to use your rescue inhaler as much. As long as you've been using this every day. But it will reduce the inflammation in your airway and ultimately provide better airflow. And then here we have your other daily inhaler. This will also be 1 puff twice a day. So you can do them both in the morning and in the evening. And also, I forgot to mention, with the Qvar inhaler, you need to rinse your mouth out each time after you use it. And that's to decrease the risk of thrush. This is the serevent diskus. The diskus inhaler is used a little bit different. What you're going to do is you're going to grab it with one hand, then with the thumb of your other hand you'll move the notch to the left. Then you can see the mouthpiece and the lever. You're going to push the lever back as well, and what that does is it'll load the dose. Then just like with the other inhaler, you'll breathe out completely. Then you'll close your lips around the mouthpiece, making sure not to block it with your tongue or your teeth. And then you'll go ahead and do a deep but steady inhalation, and that'll get you your complete dose. And then you'll want to go ahead and hold your breath again for 5 to 10 seconds, or just as long as you can. And that'll be considered one dose. So it'll just be one puff twice a day, so that's all you need to worry about. And just go ahead and close it up. And there's also a dose counter here that'll let you know how many doses are remaining. So with these inhalers, you can experience a headache or dizziness with each of them. Also, there's some throat irritation that can occur. In order to reduce the incidence of that occurring, you just need to make sure you're using proper technique. And also with time, as you start using these medications more often, you shouldn't be experiencing the adverse effects as much. Now also with your diskus inhaler, I didn't mention that it's a long-acting inhaler. It's like your rescue inhaler, but it acts over a longer period of time, and it requires more doses for you to really start seeing an effect from it. So together, the steroid inhaler and the long-acting inhaler will ultimately greatly improve your asthma, and you should see much less symptoms, like I said before, and you shouldn't have to use your rescue inhaler as much, as long as you're using them correctly and using them every day. Now, in order to store them, you're going to want to put them in a cool, dry place and make sure they're away from any intense light. So just keep them away from any extremes of temperature, and they should be fine. If you miss a dose, what you'll want to do is just take the dose as soon as you remember it. But if it's already time for your next dose, don't double up. Just go ahead and take that next dose. So what questions do you have for me?
No questions.
Okay. So if you could just tell me how often you're going to use the Qvar inhaler.
I'm gonna take it twice a day.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, well, if there are no other questions, my contact information is here on the label. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to give me a call at any time.
Okay.
And I hope you feel better, and I hope you start seeing a difference with these medications. Thank you.
Thank you.